Oh, how's it going, YouTube? DM2 Some Belts back here again with a brand new video. I'm pretty sure you guys already know by the name of the title, and I usually do it every year. So this is the aftermath video of SummerSlam in Minnesota, or 2026 SummerSlam Night 1. So, my thoughts about it. But first, spoiler alert. Sorry. If you haven't seen SummerSlam, you're gonna need some water. But anyway, if you have not seen SummerSlam, I recommend turning off this video and rewatch it on the ESPN app and all that stuff. But obviously tonight was night 1. Hold on one second. And tomorrow night is night 2, where we got a ton of other matches. But with tonight's match, I mean, there was like 5 or 6 matches right now in night 1. Obviously, the first one being Liv Morgan versus the Queen of the Ring, Io Sky, for the Ladies World Heavyweight Championship. I gotta say, it was quite close every now and then. And I would have expected Io Sky to win, due to the whole thing with Danhausen putting the curse on every member of the Judgment Day, including Liv Morgan. But I guess she might have snuck one out. And though I don't understand why they gave Liv Morgan the title in the first place. I mean, this is the first time she defends her title in over 100 days. Either they're going to do something with her or don't. And if you're not going to do anything with her with the championship, you're basically making the title worthless. And surprisingly, she retains the title with the Oblivion. And as far as I know, I hope eventually they do more title defenses for her, because if you're going to make her hold the title for 1,000 days where she barely defends the damn thing, basically being like a Roman Reigns type thing, it's going to get boring, it's going to suck, and I don't think anyone's going to want to watch that shit. Oh yeah, I apologize for my language, but next match. Solo Sikoa with L.A. Knight, yeah, and Royce Keys against the Bloodline with the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, and Jacob Fatu. And surprisingly, I was expecting the Bloodline to win, with Jacob Fatu and all of them coming back. I feel like they were going to bring the Bloodline back up to being like the top dominated faction again. But surprisingly, LA Knight out of nowhere hits a BFT and a pinfall and wins it for the team. I thought WWE weren't going to be doing anything with LA Knight, especially when it comes to him rising up in the card, but I guess I was wrong. Then we have, then we move on to the next match. I think is Gunther versus Nick Aldis, and surprisingly, Nick Aldis comes out. I would almost want to say his ring gear kind of resembles like the character in WWE 2K26. Now the song, however, I don't think so much. I mean, after all, I've only played with Nick Aldis' character twice or 3 times in the game, and I don't pay much attention to his theme music. I mean, it sounds kind of the same, but I don't think it is the same. But yet, if it is, let me know in the comments below, and that means WWE 26 got it right on point. 2K26, sorry. Let's just say, as expected, Gunther was showing dominance for him to be known as the career killer and the ring general. He was dominating most of the match. Nick Aldis then was starting to come back, and I would tell you, it would have been a shock to have Gunther lose to the SmackDown general manager. Yes, he is a former 2-time NWA Tag Team Champion and a former NWA World Champion. But then, NWA ain't no WWE. And it's been 3 years since he's actually wrestled in a ring. But yeah, he still got it. I'll tell you that. He still got it. And for his first WWE match at SummerSlam, obviously, I don't suspected him to win at all. And yet, it came pretty close. until Gunther put him on that sleeper hold and not escape, and yet he couldn't escape. There was only two things you could do: tap out or pass out. And obviously, he chose to tap out. So Gunther beating Nick Aldis, quite a shock. But at least he gets a standing ovation at the end of the match. Even though he didn't win the match, he still won the respect of everyone in there. And to have Mickey James, his wife, and his son in the middle of the ring to cheer him on, or applaud him, even though he hasn't won the match, I still say he still got my respect that night. Then I think the next matchup was the 6-women tag match. The Bella Twins with Paige versus Fatal Influence, I think the name of the team. Fatal Influence, the women's tag champions. And so far, everyone was suspecting that if the Bellas and them lose, that the Bellas may turn on Paige. Well, I gotta say, out of all the battling here and there, the end of the matchup, JC Jane pins his Paige to win the match. Bellas have a hug and a standing ovation in the middle of the ring with Paige, raising their arms. Then Nikki out of nowhere charges at Paige and blasts her from behind. With Brie helping every now and then, she hits Paige, I think, with a rack attack or that. And it gets up and setting up a feud between the Bellas and Paige. Wait, maybe we can see a WrestleMania 31 rematch. The Bella Twins versus Paige and AJ Lee. And they set that up. I'm pretty sure people will be excited to see that. But then now, I think the last thing that happened would be the main event. Oh, no, wait. No. Not to the main event. We still got one more matchup for that. The Undisputed WWE Championship. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes coming out. Obviously, his movie Street Fighter that's coming out. That also stars him and Roman Reigns. But he comes out with the attire inspired by his character Guile in the movie. And Punk just comes out and do the announcements on it. It was a straight up battle between each other, and yet I didn't know which one. I couldn't root for either one to win. I mean, some people probably were tired of Cody Rhodes going for the title, which to me, I think he's already won it 3 or 4 times right now. Ever since he won it back 3 years ago and 2 years ago, WrestleMania 40. So he's held the title for over a year, twice. And he's won it, I think, a third time. And I think he's won it enough titles as it is. So, as far as I know, I think Cody Rhodes, he can hold off on being the WWE champion for a while. And Punk, that's what I'm saying. It was a battle between each other. Don't know which one would win. One hitting a go to sleep on Cody, and then Cody hitting the crossroads, and they both are kicking out, and then they battle out to the outside. And yet, during this whole entire battle, Cody Rhodes was targeting CM Punk's knee. And during the time when they battle outside, Punk lays Rhodes on the table, going for a knee drop on him outside. Cody gets off the table, and CM Punk lands knee first, already knowing he's going to be in messed up shape. When Cody was getting the advantage, he hits a crossroads on Punk, but we'll be back up a bit. He was going for a Cody cutter. Accidentally, Punk pushes the referee, who I think is Charles Robinson, in the way, and he gets hit with the cutter, so he's out. Meaning now anything could go. Then Punk hits Rhodes with first off, 1 GTS. He lands on the ropes. Then collapses right on top of Punk for him to go for a second one. And I think he reverses it and goes in for a crossroads. But Punk rolls out of the ring. Now, no one knows what's going on. Seconds later, Randy Orton is back. He finally, after WrestleMania 42, the Viper has returned and then hits Cody with an RKO before leaving. Punk didn't know what happened. He picks Cody up, hits him with another GTS. Charles Robinson comes to 1, 2, 3, and CM Punk retains the title. It's absolutely amazing. And at least I'd say, guys, I didn't know which one was going to win. Obviously, it could have gone either way, but at least I was saying, at least Cody ain't going to win the title again. I felt like they're set up more for him to go up against Randy down the line. But then, main event time. Oba versus Brock 3 inside Hell in a Cell. And wow. Let's just say it started off as you expected. All hell breaking loose. First off, with Oba charging at Brock, throwing him in the corner like normally how Brock would do. He would just thrust his shoulder into people's guts. Oba was doing that to Brock. But then Brock got out of the way before Oba splashed on him in the turnbuckle. Suplex City. 3 suplexes. And he's showing off. Oba gets up, and it was like it didn't even faze him. Then, straight up, literally throwing Brock outside of the ring, smacking into the cell. Then smashes him, suplex onto the floor, and yet hurting Brock. Throwing him in the steps. And then sets up a table on the side of the cell, and he throws Brock through it. So far, these two giving each other hell, thinking which one's going to give up first. And yet, majority of these moves, it seems like it doesn't even faze them. Next you know, Brock starts coming back. Suplex after suplex, grabbing chairs and stairs. He actually grabs this. Well, first off, Oba puts steps into the ring with a couple chairs. As soon as he gets in there with Brock, Brock grabs the steps and chucks them at Oba. Well, first off, he smashes him in the head, I think, twice with it. And on the third time, he literally chucks the damn stairs at his head. Then hits him with a couple F5s. I think like 3 F5s. And Oba kicks out. Grabs some chairs, starts smacking. And you can literally hear the thunderous crack of that steel chair as it bends over Oba's back. And Brock is still doing whatever it takes to try to take Oba out. F5s, and he's still kicking out. Then Oba gets him with a fall from grace. Brock kicks out. And yet these two are going at it. Neither one wants to give up. And surprisingly, Brock decides, and during the fall from grace after Brock kicks out, Brock sits up, staring eye to eye, and then kicks Oba off. And then straight up with more chair shots in that. Then, I guess paying homage to The Undertaker, first off, he kicks down onto the mat, tearing a hole in the canvas. Then he rips the canvas off. So far, what a waste of money. If you put your name on that canvas, now you won't be able to see it because Brock tore the son of a bitch up. He tears the canvas, exposing the little foam padding that's underneath that canvas. Then, rips that padding off, exposing the wooden boards. Literally showing what exactly the rings are made out of. And guys, believe me, I've been in the ring. It's not soft. And yet, exposing those wooden boards. Now you expect when he's got Oba on his shoulders, he's gonna F5 him on those boards. But no, he pays tribute to The Undertaker with the throat slash and puts Oba in for a tombstone pile driver and spikes his head on those boards. Crosses his arms, 1, 2, and Oba still kicked out. And Brock couldn't believe it. Literally, this ruler is non-human. And Oba getting up literally seconds after, charging up. And as soon as Brock tries to go for him with another chair, Oba's like, oh, hell no, and punches the chair right out of Brock's hands. And then picks him up and hits him with another fall from grace. And I'm surprised he didn't try to hit him with a fall from grace on those boards. And I wouldn't mind that, because I think that would have probably been more epic to him to beat Brock. Not only the fall from grace, but imagine just the land on those boards. But I think it's due to safety, because God forbid you don't want his head to bounce off those boards. That would suck. It was just inches away from the boards, though. And then 1, 2, 3, Oba wins the match. Finally gets the second victory over Brock. Celebrates in the ring. The cell goes up. But before everything ends, Brock with the gloves off and all, takes off he somehow had some like elbow sleeves. He took those off, grabs a mic, and then he tells them like, to all those that are watching this shit at home and they're like something like that. He tells Oba, like passing of the torch. He says, "This is the past. This is the future. Oba is the future," and then he walks off, literally praising Obafemi. And to tell you the truth, guys, he does praise Obafemi. During the first time they battled each other, literally if you watch a WrestleMania's channel, he literally says that Brock Lesnar is now taking Obafemi under his wing and teaching him the ways of being like how he is. Basically, in a non-racial term or say in a bad way, Obafemi is basically the black Brock Lesnar. And I gotta say, this guy straight up is remarkable. I mean, he literally just went to this is his first Hell in a Cell match and literally just plowed through Brock Lesnar, even though he was taking everything Brock Lesnar gave him. So I gotta tell you guys, night one was extraordinary, and if I want to rate it, I'll give it maybe let's say a 7 out of 10. And remember, guys, this is just night one. Night two, we got a lot of other stuff like the Intercontinental Championship match, the United States Championship match, the number one contenders match for the WWE Championship, where it's Finn versus Sammy. Then we got the World Heavyweight in the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship with, the Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio, with the Human Monies on a Pole match. Yes, that's the name of the match. The interim Women's World Championship ladder match. And, of course, Roman versus Seth. And I'll be here tomorrow night to give my thoughts on that match, too. Or night two. But I'm going to go, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a comment below what you guys think of SummerSlam Night 1 of 2026. And, shout-outs to, Brother Kane. Shout-outs to Pez. Shout-out to Dax. Shout-out to Stephen Hammer, all those guys. Check out their channels. And if you haven't already, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. So you can go, if you are subscribed, also why not you check out my 900 subscriber bell giveaway video. So when you enter and you watch that video and you want to enter in, hey, do what it says on the video. And then later down the line, I will announce the winner. And the winner will win a homemade belt made by yours truly, free of charge, sent directly to you. And I'll explain that down the line. But anyway, yeah. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, like on Instagram at Damien96, and as well on X at DM Tombstone96, where I may post stuff there, or I post stuff here on YouTube. I am DM Tombstone Belts, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for not only a DM Tombstone Live, but another video of Night 2's Aftermath. So, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.